I'm so excited. We're back.
We're back, and we're gonna check out some new games, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, what the heck?
Ruel, tell me what is good on Kickstarter this week.
Oh, Becca, there's all kinds of good stuff on Kickstarter. The first one I'm looking at is Paperback Adventures. This is a game from Tim Fowers and Sky Larson, and this is the next in a series of paperback games, which I absolutely love. For those of you that don't know, Paperback is Dominion meets Scrabble. It's deck building, it's a word game, and Paperback Adventures takes it to that next level. It's a solo game, but it does have a variant for cooperative play for 2 players. And you're going to take on AI enemies in roguelike fashion. So you select a character, and you're going to get a special deck of cards, a special starting deck, and also cards that you can build with. And play those and try to defeat all the enemies that are facing you.
This is so cute. Ruel, have you played other paperback games?
I have. So I love the original, and there's also the second or the first expansion, hardback, which is another take on the paperback formula, where you're using cards, you're using deck building, you use the letters to build words, and then you're going to score based on what you've spelled. So the inner word geek in me just loves these type of games. And Becca, I know you're a word game fan as well.
Yeah, I'm a word game geek for sure. I would be into this. I would be into some solo play here.
What about you, Becca? What's on your radar these days?
These days, one thing and one thing only. Being an archaeologist underneath the ice. This game is called Ice. It's from This Way, which is a game company based in Paris, France, and run by 2 brothers. Ice is a super innovative and beautiful game. So you have 5 levels of hexagonal tiles on a magnetic board. That's right, I said magnets, the single greatest word in all of board gaming. It's for 1 to 5 players. It plays in 90 minutes, and you are uncovering a glacial universe of artifacts as an archaeologist, uncovering ancient civilizations, and, prestige, naturally.
It's all about the prestige, no matter what the climate is.
1 to 5 players are playing in 90 minutes as prestigious archaeologists uncovering a glacial universe full of artifacts and ancient civilizations.
I love this whole idea of uncovering things as you go along, playing with these tiles, and the artwork is just absolutely gorgeous. Another great example of Kickstarter putting out these games that you may not always see on your local game shelf.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the artwork. It is by the French illustrator Leonard Dupont, and it is stellar. Just stunning, stunning work that really makes you feel like you're in an ice cave. So it comes with 156 hexagonal tiles. The top layer is the ice sheet, and then beneath that you'll find the artifacts in the levels of surface, intermediate, and deep. But what's really cool about the way these tiles are layered is that you can't find the cool objects until you've uncovered the top layers. So it feels very immersive in that way, where the mechanics blend with the theme seamlessly.
Nice. I'm nice with ice. I like it.
Ruel, what other games are making you feel nice?
This game makes me feel super nice and really nice and amazingly nice. It's Keystone North America from Rose Gauntlet Games. This is a new company started by Isaac Vega and Lindsay Rode. I'm a big fan of both of them. If you've heard the name Isaac Vega before, it's because of Dead of Winter, one of my all-time favorite games. I love it. Keystone North America, he's involved with this one as well. It's a card drafting tile placement game. It takes about 40 to 90 minutes, 1 to 4 players. You're going to take on a role of a biologist. You're working to build an interconnected ecosystem by placing cards, drafting them, using skills, and as you work on your player board, you're going to eventually develop this ecosystem of cards, and that's how you're going to score. And the best part, Becca, is that you can change it up a little bit. There's a way to play solo and cooperative by going through a field journal. This is a fully illustrated book where you can solve puzzles, actually learn about all these animals, and explore different ecosystems throughout North America.
I am drooling over this playmat. Have you seen these things?
I just want to take that playmat and wrap myself in it, and
Just a cozy little playmat as I'm sitting on the tundra or the desert near my fire, wrapped up in a playmat.
What do you have next, Becca?
Well, the next game I want to tell you about is CATastrophe. Okay, look, I may be a cat owner, but I'm not a crazy cat person. I don't like any game that has to do with cats, but I do like this one. I laughed out loud several times in watching their video, which is not the only reason I want to tell you about it, but I do want everyone to watch this Kickstarter video because they did an incredible job. There is a hilarious woman in a cat costume doing lots of physical cat humor, and it got me. I'm in. It's a 2 to 6 player family game by Josh Norris of the original Sasquatch. Each player has 9 lives, and your goal is to be the last cat left alive. If no one's left alive, then the Grim Reaper will win. Yep, it's full of a lot of cat puns. And the artwork is very cute. It takes real life cats and turns them into evil cat creatures. And on your turn, all you do is play cards from your hand to try and knock your opponent's lives down, knock them down a life. And then you draw back up 3 cards in the paw phase, and then you're going to play a CATastrophe card, which ends up being a mini game for the whole table, which is a really interesting take on a party game. It's a simple family game, but it has all this interaction aside from just, knocking down people's life totals to make it very replayable, very memorable, very just charming and cute.
It's got that really cool family element to it. It's got dice, it's got cats. I mean, what more could you want, right?
Ruel, what else do you have for me?
Well, we're going to transition from nice, peaceful cats and the environment and ecosystems to Vengeance, Roll and Fight. This is a game set in the world of Vengeance. This another game by designer David Turtzi, Nora Lee Lubbers, and Gordon Kaleha. So Vengeance, Roll and Fight takes that game and reinterprets it into a real-time roll and write game. Takes about 30 minutes to play. This is a standalone game in this universe. What you're doing is, think like John Wick. You're out there for revenge. You're going to get all the baddies, and you get to the boss and take down the boss. What you're doing is just rolling dice, building combos, bashing those enemies and scoring points. It's a real-time game, so it's just nothing but dice chucking, which I'm all about. And, you go in a den, get the gangsters, and you're going to complete side objectives as well. So it's not just, it's not just rolling dice and, killing enemies and stuff, but you're actually working to combo off those dice and complete the objectives, score the most points. And this one, I recently played on my Twitch channel and had a blast with this one, Becca. So this is Vengeance, Roll and Fight from Mighty Boards.
This is so cool. It comes with not only a player board, but a map board. And it's just so immersive. It's got more than you would expect to be included in a roll and write game, which we kind of have an idea of being a very simple one sheet of paper kind of game. Yeah. This is not that.
Yeah, it's like being in your own action-packed movie. So check it out, Vengeance, Roll and Fight.
The artwork reminds me of this video game from several years ago called Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh yeah, look it up. It's Sunset Overdrive-y.
So we're done fighting. What about you, Becca? What do you have next on your good-looking Kickstarters list?
Well, next I was thinking maybe I would make it awkward.
Okay, awkward. Okay, let's see what you got.
This game is called Not That Funny. It's by Jesse Lipscomb, and this is, in his words, a simple game with complex implications. So it's that classic player-judge party game where one player is the judge and all the other players get to put in a card and the judge gets to choose the winner, one of those. But unlike the other popular games in this category, it's not making you laugh with how horrible it is and leaving it there. It's filling in the blank with the most horrible answer you can think of and then discussing who that offends and why it's important to call out how offensive that statement is. Now, I know some people are going to say, keep your politics out of my board game, and this game isn't for you. But for the people that maybe want to tell their parents how incredibly inappropriate their comments are, or maybe this is a game that's more like an icebreaker at your company retreat, about talking about things that are important, like you may play a card that says, all lives matter. I felt dirty saying that. That felt awful. And then the card is going to explain on the bottom side why something like that is totally inappropriate. And it's sort of, is taking these important conversations that we really need to have and not being afraid to make it awkward and putting that into game form so there will be laughs. There's also mechanics for you to pause the game if you want to have a conversation about what the topic is that's making people uncomfortable. And I think that not just as a game, but as, as a method of discussion, this is really important. And I'm really glad that actor and activist Jesse Lipscomb has brought this game to Kickstarter.
I'm all for it. I'm all about opening these, conversations that we need to have, right? Is we're going to improve as a society, and if we can just have these, and maybe it's the way to have these type of conversations within a game context, right? And where it is a little lighthearted, but at the same time, we're going to talk about some serious issues here. And, if we can learn from this, why not gamify it? I'm really impressed with what they're trying to accomplish here.
Ruel, close it out for me.
I'm going to close it out today with my honorable mention. Becca, I don't know what attracted me to this game, but it is CrystalTiger Dice, and I'll tell you exactly what attracted me.
What?
It's a crystal, it's a tiger, and it's a die, a 20-sided die. That's it. You can after you back in this game, you're going to put it in your pocket and take it wherever you go and play it wherever you want, because it's super easy and it's just super fun. It's for 2 or more players. You're going to roll a tiger, a little crystal, and a 20-sided die. And depending on how they land on the table, you're going to score. So it's super easy. You score the die just face value. Now, if the crystal lands on the side, you get a point. If it lands as a pyramid, you get 5 points. And then the tiger, you can land it on the side for 2 points, or if it's standing up, it's 10 points. But if the tiger lands belly up, it's dead, unfortunately, and you are out. You cannot use that piece again.
Nobody wants a dead tiger on their hands.
Nobody wants a dead tiger. It's such a buzzkill, right? And so what you're trying to do is get to exactly 100 points. If you go over it, you're going to go back down to 50. So it's got this neat little mechanism. I think there was a card game back in the day called 99 where you tried to get exactly to 99. This takes it and with these fun little pieces that you're rolling, and I love the fact that there's an extinction rule. The extinction rule is if all players kill their tiger, nobody wins. The game is over. So you don't want to kill off the tigers, folks.
Oh, I'm so glad they're giving to World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah, so I think it's 10% goes to the World Wildlife Fund after it funds here on Kickstarter. And, I just can't think of a better way to show up at your next meetup after we've been fully vaccinated by busting out a pocket full of dice, tigers, and crystals.
Bar table worthy. And no more tigers going belly up.
Yes, we want to keep them standing upright, folks.
Immortality for tigers. Comment if you're with me.
All right, Becca, what's your honorable mention this week?
All right, I want to talk about something that is definitely not for me, because I'm not a child. But if you want to send your child to online role-playing summer camp, you can with our friends at Academy of Adventure. The founder of Academy of Adventure, Richard Molina Weber, is a friend and a game and puzzle designer and educator, and their goals are to introduce young people to tabletop role-playing, as well as nurturing friendship through critical thinking skills and badass monster slaying. What a great mission statement.
That is brilliant. And like you, I'm no longer a kid, so I can't go. But, oh, man, I just think about if I had this opportunity back in the day, I would be all over this. You are playing role-playing games. I mean, how cool is that? And you're learning, but it's, it's that whole disguise thing, right? Oh, yeah, you're learning, but, I mean, you're having fun. You don't think you're learning, but that's the best type of learning, right?
That's the whole secret of board games right there.
It really is. That is the secret, folks. You learned it here first on Good Looking Kickstarters.
Anyway, that's the end. Goodbye. Hey everybody, thank you so much for being a part of the Good Time Society. That's right, you're part of the society just by watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and if you're feeling frisky, you could even subscribe. If you want to become more of a part of our community, you can find us on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Discord. Links in the description below.